Hey guys, thanks for watching. In the previous video, I purchased a rifle. It wasn't exactly the one I wanted. We kind of went over the purpose of buying a 22 was for me was as a trainer. I got a lot of different semi-auto 22s. I got 22 pistols, but I never really had a bolt action. This is FV-sr. SR means suppressor ready. Basically just has threads on it. I think that's the only real main difference. But a lot of the features that this rifle came with at a lower price point, $300 what I paid for it, come with basically all the features that I was looking for. I wanted a fairly heavy barrel. The Picatinny rail on top so I can mount a scope is nice. I don't have to add one. It's got a large bolt handle. The action's fairly smooth. It does have a detachable box magazine and it has an AccuTrigger trigger. So basically the whole top half of the rifle is what I was looking for. Savage does offer a rifle with an upgraded stock. The stock that it comes with is a Boyd, kind of like a tactical looking, pretty nice stocks. This one here was about $310. The upgraded one with the Boyd stock was around $500 and I couldn't find it anywhere. So what I ended up by doing was buying the rifle, and then I figured I'd order the stock and just put the stock on after, and then I would have the rifle that I wanted even though I couldn't find it on the shelves. So today the stock showed up. I've already mounted it. I just wanted to make sure that everything fit and I didn't look like a fool on camera. And it mounts up perfect, snug, tight fit. This is a 22, so I'm not going to get crazy with bedding actions and stuff like that. I don't think it needs it. Maybe eventually down the road I'll do something like that just because I like to mess with things. We make stocks for a lot of different rifles. This is a wood stock, but it feels like a composite, like a Manor style, or even like a Macmillan. I mean, obviously, Macmillan uses better material, but the look and shape of it is fairly close. So let's take a look at it. This here is the Boyd stock. You can see on the inside it's got some wood in there. I don't know how good you're going to see it. Maybe I'll snap a couple pictures. But it has a lot of features that I'm looking for. You can see the steep slope vertical grip. It's got a high cheek weld. That was the downfall on this here. This is, I would say this stock is made for open sights, which is weird because it doesn't come with an option for open sights. So the top half of it looks like a setup for a scoped rifle, but the stock really is made for open sights itself. You can tell because it's got a steep slope. When you get down behind it, you put your cheek on here. I was having a hard time getting a clean field of view through the scope, and you can basically look below like you were looking down the barrel. That's basically how the comb is set up on this. So that's a big problem if you want to use a scope on your rifle. So that was kind of the deal killer for me. I could get away with it if it was a little higher. I know they make attachments and stuff you can put on it, but I don't think it's worth putting money into this stock. Plus it's alligator print, which I don't like. It's kind of a niche stock. Somebody that bought this, this is a Troy Landry stock, and I kind of did a little digging and found out he's from swamp people, which makes sense because it's crocodile or alligator print, which isn't really me. So ended up with the Boyd stock. It's a great upgrade. I mean, this thing is, I wish you guys could feel it because it feels better in hand than it looks, and it looks pretty nice. It's got a little small, little textured paint on it, gives it a little more grip, but it's got a wide fore end. It's got double sling studs in the front, so you can mount a bipod plus a sling. Not that that's a huge deal because I'm not going to put a sling on it anyways. And it has a recoil pad in the back plus a sling stud in the back, but the vertical grip is nice. It's really wide. It's actually a pretty perfect stock for a 22 setup like this. So they also do make these for bigger rifles. I was actually thinking about maybe getting one for another Savage. I got a FCp-sr, an older one. It's kind of a digital camo stock. I haven't seen them anymore. They stopped making them, and they came out with a lower priced rifle for the FCp-sr. Mine's maybe 4 or 5 years old, and it's a pretty nice rifle. So what we're going to do today is just bolt this up real quick, show you how easy it is. One thing, if you guys are looking to upgrade your Savage, basically any, it doesn't have to be a 22 if it's a full-size rifle, that Boyd does make the stock setup for a larger rifle. So it's going to come exactly like this. Looks exactly the same, just obviously the inlet is different for a larger caliber. But if you do order one of these, they come with new bottom metal and a trigger guard. The trigger guard on this and most of the Savage 22 Mark IIs are going to be one piece with the stock. So when you take the stock off, the trigger guard's coming with it, and you're not going to have a new one. So I did a little digging around. I wanted to make sure when the stock came in, I had everything I needed, because there's nothing worse than a box showing up from FedEx and you ordered the wrong part, or you need more to put it on. I kind of get excited when things like this come in. So let's throw it on real quick. The bipod obviously doesn't come with it. I just put that on. Makes it, mounting it easier. So you don't really need much for this, just a wrench. I got a Wheeler fat wrench. The paperwork for this does say 14 inch-pounds, and this here is the trigger guard in the bottom metal. It does come with new screws, because the screws are going to be a little different. These are hex screws. The ones on here are just Allen keys, so not a big deal. But the trigger guard is aluminum. The metal on the bottom is quite thick, maybe a 1/16 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch. It's pretty thick, pretty solid. So those are the 2 additional pieces you're going to need when you order your stock. What I did, Boyd has this stock on their website, but if you order off Boyd's website, you're going to have to go to a company called DIP Incorporated, and they're the ones that make the bottom metal for this stock. So what I did was, instead of ordering from Boyd's, I just went directly to the DIP Industries. I picked out the one that I needed, and it come as a kit. So the stock on Boyd's website is $129, and then the parts you're going to need are about $50 between the two. So right around $175 for the whole thing if you were to order it in 2 separate from 2 separate companies. You're gonna have to order the bottom from DIP, the stock from Boyd's. But if you go through DIP Incorporated, you can get everything all in one kit, and you don't have to worry about something showing up later or whatever. Everything's together, and you know it's gonna fit. One other thing to check out is that they do make this stock for a couple different Savage 22 rifles. This is a Mark II. They also have one for a Savage 93. So if you're gonna order one, make sure you know what your rifle is before you order, because that will be a pain to have to mail it back. So let's set this up real quick. It'll only take a minute. Obviously, make sure your gun is unloaded. Part of being a firearm owner is responsibility. So you see a lot of people getting comments all over the place. We're all in this together. Everybody's pretty safe. Let's do this. Bottom, the factory ones are an Allen key. After replacing the stock, there isn't really much more to upgrade. The original Savage rifle comes with the AccuTrigger. It's got the oversized bolt handle we were talking about. It's got the pick rail. It's got everything you would need. So the real downfall to this is the stock itself, and I'm not a big fan of that. So, and it fits like a glove. I check the barrel channel, make sure I have clearance, and I got plenty of clearance on the barrel. So these here are going to be the new pieces. Trigger guard. And that is it. 2 seconds to install. Makes the gun look like night and day. We got a big wide palm swell down here. You actually get that feel of a vertical grip. And for a training rifle, those features are pretty important. The high comb, the vertical grip, those are the real main things for me. Just because my other rifles all have pretty vertical grips. You're looking at 175, 174.97 $25 for shipping. Ordered it on Monday and it got here on Friday. Today's Saturday, so I got this yesterday. 3 days for shipping. I'll pay $25 any day for that. So good on that company. First time I used them, I feel pretty comfortable. And if any of you guys are looking, I'd check it out. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna post some shooting videos here coming up. Maybe I'll add it to this video if it's not too long, and we'll wax some steel. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.